At this time, Madam's luxury car happened to come back. Soo-jun saw this and hurriedly hid in the distance, and just happened to see Madam and her daughter happily. This made his heart feel very uncomfortable. Originally, everything in front of him, Soya should also have, but now she is living a miserable life. Soo-jun found Butler Kim and took him to the back mountain. He beat him up severely. Angrily, he questioned Butler Kim why he had let Soya, who should have been enjoying happiness, get to the point she is now. How could he let Soya face her relatives without knowing anything? Butler Kim didn't expect Soo-jun to know the secret of Soya's identity, but Butler Kim said that even if he had to kill himself, he would never tell the real reason. There was nothing Soo-jun could do but leave with a heavy heart. On the way, he met Soya, who had just returned from catching loaches. Seeing Soya, who was covered in dirt, an inexplicable anger welled up in him. A child who should have a worry-free life is suffering for his family at this age. Soya is always the last to eat, as his siblings eat first, even when faced with his mother's jealous favoritism. Soya never resents her. Soo-jun, unable to sleep late at night, sits quietly outside. He doesn't understand what danger is keeping Soya from returning to his biological parents. One day, the children are attracted to a luxury yacht docked on the shore. They were all drawn to the luxury yacht moored at the shore. They went to the driver's seat and found that the key was still inside. A little girl, driven by curiosity, directly twisted the key and started the engine. The yacht immediately sped off like a runaway horse towards the depths of the sea. Fortunately, Soya had learned how to sail from her father. She took the wheel and stabilized the yacht's direction. Since the boat was already sailing and someone knew how to sail it, the group excitedly thought about sailing around the sea and coming back. Little did they know that they would pay a heavy price for this fun. At this time, the maintenance worker on the shore was very puzzled. Why did the leaking yacht that was being repaired just drive away so quickly? On the other side, Soya, who was having a great time, had an accident right away. After the yacht drove into the depths of the sea, it stalled due to lack of fuel. Just as they were anxious, an even greater danger came. The seawater had already entered the hull of the yacht through the hole. If they didn't think of a way, the ship would completely sink in no time. Soya tried to call for help on the walkie-talkie, but there was no signal. There was nothing they could do, so they had to try to bail out the water inside the boat and wait for help. But things did not go as planned. This method did not work at all, and the water was getting more and more. But they did not give up hope of survival. They each put on their life jackets and prepared to wait for help after the yacht sank and floated on the sea. This is the price you pay for being playful. In the vast sea with no end in sight, without rescue they are dead. The four can only helplessly float in the sea, slowly waiting for hope to live. It wasn't until nightfall that Chairman Park's family and Soo-jun discovered that the children had disappeared. They immediately began organizing personnel to prepare for a search and rescue at sea. But the sea was dark under the night sky. Soya saw a rescue boat in the distance and hurriedly shouted for help, but the distance was too far to carry the sound to the rescue boat. At this time, dark clouds gathered and it started pouring, which made it even more unlikely that they would be found. The search continued until daybreak, but the four children were nowhere to be found.